Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 4 of the Honda Restoration XL250R. So we've got the frame done now and this is looking great. This is exactly the colour I wanted. It's been lacquered up and it's looking like brand new. So now with part 4 of this video, we're starting to build the bike up. I've got the engine sat down there. Today, that's going back in and we can start to put this bike back together. There's probably some minor little bits we want to touch up, but to be honest, we're going to do that when it's back in the frame. So with a bit of grease on the bolts and a rubber mallet, we just tapped a few bits back into place. I think with a powder coating and a couple of layers of paint that was on the frame, obviously made everything a little bit tight. But a little persuasion with a rubber mallet and we got there in the end. That's the engine in, the swing arm on, we've got the rear shock in. Now it's time for the top yoke and get the forks in. So this is where it all comes together. So we've got the engine in, we've got the rear shock in, we've got the swing arm on, we've got the front forks and the top and bottom yokes on. It's nice to see it all coming together now. Next stage, let's get the wheels on. Right, so that's the front wheel in. Let's get the rear wheel in. I just remember when I took the bike apart to get the airbox out, you needed to have the wheel out. So I've just had to take the wheel back out, put the airbox in. definitely think it's really important to try and keep everything in order. What's happened is I've ended up with a few kind of loose bolts and stuff, so bit by bit I'm kind of referring back to the manual and a bit online just to see where things went. As for the rear wheel, I've had to take that down to the local garage. The bearings have collapsed on one side, and apparently there was a spacer there that should have been there. Like I said, I bought the bike and there was bits that weren't genuine parts on there, so just been sourcing a few little bits like that, like the spacers and things. So the garage is fitting new bearings, so hopefully we'll get that back in the next day or two and get the back wheel in. I know in one of the earlier videos when I did the top yoke, I think I said that this was going to be the aluminium colour, when in actually looking online this is black. So I powder coated that black and the bottom one seems to be the aluminium colour. Right, now it's time to torque up some bolts. I'm going to start with this steering stem bolt, 58 Newton meters on the torque wrench. So yeah, I'm just putting in the air filter there. I still need to get the bit of foam for it. Okay, so we've just cleaned down all the switch gear with a bit of auto glim. It's bringing it up quite nice, to be honest. Even done all these cables, they look good. Put one of the grips on, got the clutch lever on. So just affixing that now. So there's been little bits like these are the brake and clutch lever dust covers for the bike. These are genuine ones. By searching the part number I managed to find these. I did buy some cheap ones off eBay to start with, but the old saying, buy cheap, buy it twice. I've done that with a few bits now and they've not been quite right. So, so £25 a side for these. They're quite expensive, but it's going to get the bike looking right. Okay, so at this stage we're just literally bolting things back on. We've got like the chain guard here, we put the airbox in, we've got the air filter on and all the little plastic accessories. So like on the rear axle, I'm missing three important things. There's a couple of spacers and a bearing retainer. I've literally searched the World Wide Web. I've just emailed a guy in Australia that doesn't dispatch to the rest of the world, and hopefully he's going to send me the bit. But yeah, some of the bits on this bike are really hard to get to. I mean, I can makeshift things and make it work, but like I said, I want to try and get this back to original condition if possible.